Hello from San Francisco, California. We're live at Oracle Park. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the San Francisco Giants. First pitch coming your way next. And towing the slab in this one, Robbie Ray. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Yeah, this guy's been real stingy, man, not allowing guys to play the game, just keeping them at home plate. I mean, just ridiculous sub-1 whip. I mean, he's dominating hitters, and a guy like this on the mound, one of the elite starters in the game right now.
And we are underway here in San Francisco. In the air, left field, down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Goes down looking.
Batting second, center fielder, Jacob Marlins.
And time now for the Marlins lineup. In that leadoff spot, a guy they're looking to get going, Kyle Stowers.
Yeah, and just one hit in the series coming in. So this pitching staff has really had his number. I'm sure he's maybe a little frustrated about it too. So we'll see if the trend continues or if he brings a little extra fire to the plate. Yeah, I know you like that fire, Boog, kind of like your hair. See if he can get something going in this one.
Ray, in his 12th season, 34-year-old vet, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit.
That's the ball.
That's off the inside corner. Ball 3. Just getting started here in San Francisco. Left field. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Here comes a 3-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Heriberto Hernandez stands in now and watches strike 1. Two down, nobody on. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. And now we'll see what the Giants can do. No score. You're watching San Francisco Giants baseball on the show NorCal. Back here at Oracle Park, today's starting pitcher, Sandy Alcantara, having a pretty ridiculous season so far, Singy.
Yeah, you see there with the sub-2 ERA, very dependable guy, and he's been pretty much lights out so far this season. So, you know, when a guy like this takes the mound, Boog, I'm expecting to watch him get into a rhythm quickly and just move through a ball game. Sometimes you can see some big strikeouts. Other times, it's hard to even know he's there because the innings go so quickly.
Ball.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Batting second, right
Now we take a peek at the Giants lineup. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Now here is Jung-Hoo Lee.
Hot one.
The 0-1. In the air, left field, Stowers. Long run on his horse.
That's
Reaches for it, but it's foul.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you, even with pitches outside the zone.
Got him swinging.
Really tight bite on that slider and just couldn't get the barrel to it out front. You've got to try to pull those hands tight to the body to get it through. And I'm thinking he probably wanted that pitch to end up even more inside to keep it out of the danger zone. But it had enough late break and deception to get the job done.
Rafael Devers now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Sliced hard but foul. The 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
The 0-2.
Ball.
Up the middle. Base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Batting fourth, the shortstop, Willie Adames.
That one fouled off. Oh, 1 down. And he swings through that one.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Devers leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Got him looking. And that'll do it. We played an inning. No score. Back here in San Francisco. And now for the Marlins, Connor Norby.
Hee-haw.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A solo shot. 3rd home run of the season, and the Marlins jump out in front. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park.
Ball.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the 2nd.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Hurt.
This one in the air, center field. Bader under it. 1 away.
Batting 6th, second baseman, Xavier Edwards.
Here's the second baseman, Xavier Edwards.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. In for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. Still 2 challenges left for them. Check swing called strike, and the count is 1-2. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in here in the second game of the series. Sets him down looking, and that's 4 strikeouts. Edwards not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge, and that one was indeed a strike. Still 1 challenge left for them.
Hey.
Two down, nobody on. That's a strike at the top edge of the zone, and it's 0-2. That one missed.
Ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Payoff pitch. That's ball 4.
That's ball
Tried
4.
another
Take your
fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best.
Ball.
That is if you are the offensive side of it.
Cerna gets out of the way. That's ball 1. The 1-0. And a foul ball. 1-1 now. Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. Throw there. Safe. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And that one got a piece of him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch.
Nope. Ball.
Two on, 2 outs. That one hooked foul. Here's a 1-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Adames settles underneath it, and that is that. Miami strikes first on the solo homer. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. This is Giants baseball on the show NorCal. Bottom of the second. Here's Matt Chapman.
Third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Take one.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. He dives, but he can't make the catch. The throw into second, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Batting sixth, center fielder.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
To the right side, and he can't come up with it. Flips it, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Miles Straw at the plate now. That's ball one. Oh, and this one gets away. Runner stays put at third. One away with a runner at third. Bottom half of inning number 2.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Base hit right field. Chapman scores. It's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Hee-haw!
Quick toss to first. Straw back on a dive. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
Man at second.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
That's a ball.
Tied up here in the early going. Runner goes again. Lined into right. And that's a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Batting ninth, designated
You can't
hitter.
do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him in a chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
So now the DH spot. Will Brennan. Fouls away the first offering.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Two on, one out. Runner on the move. On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
Up next for the Giants, second baseman, Luis Arias.
Right through there for a strike. Check swing called strike. That's strike 2. Fights it off. You'll see another. Runner at second. 2 down. Down low and kicks away. No advance, though. The 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a ground ball. Konai takes it to the bag. They limit the damage here. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We play 2 full. It's the Giants 2 and the Marlins 1. Back here at Oracle Park. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Kyle Stowers. Fought off foul.
Outside. That's a ball.
Next offering in there for a strike. 1-2. In the air to left center. Strong gets under it. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Marlins, center fielder Jacob Marcy.
Chris, he's currently the team leader in stolen bases.
No, that's low. Ball.
Left field. Dives, but it falls. Could be extra bases. Now around second, going for third. The relay throw in there safely.
Up next for the Marlins, right fielder Heriberto Hernandez.
One down, runner at third. Heriberto Hernandez, the next up for the Marlins.
Hey!
One away with a runner at third. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to.
Out towards right center field. He's got it. Runner tags from third. Here's the throw. It's offline, and he scores.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher. He had a talk with me. I don't know if I ever missed a cutoff man again.
Fastball for a strike. Swings through that one, out in front that time.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. We are tied 2-2. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Ball one there. Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Oh, 1 now. And ball
That missed.
one.
That's a ball. That's a ball.
That
No,
one
that
misses.
missed. That's a ball.
Ball 3. And a foul ball. Payoff pitch. Ripped into right field, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Nice line drive to the full side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Willie Adames stands in.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3 double play. And the inning is over. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. 3 innings complete. We are tied 2-2. On to extra
Leading off
innings.
for Miami,
Griffin
first
Conine.
baseman,
Top
Griffin
5 at
Conine.
batting average. It has been a nightmare for pitchers this season, Singy.
Yeah, the swing is simple, Boog. Repeatable and deadly. Remarkable consistency.
Right through there for a strike. Conine goes 6'1", 28 years old. And he was a 2nd-round pick.
No, that missed.
Back
That's
in
a ball.
2018. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Ball outside.
And that's
No, that's
off
in.
the inside edge. And that's ball 3. Now here's a flare off the bat. And that's a fair ball. So a man on base to start the inning.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Late swing, fouled off. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And now runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Up next for the
Well, that
Marlins,
may end up being an at-bat we go back
Otto
to
Lopez.
later on when this game is over.
So digging in, Otto Lopez. Missed with
That's
a
low, that's a
changeup.
ball.
And it's 1-0. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. In the air, left field. Strong has a beat on it. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. Runner from third in to score. 3-2. They take the lead.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
That's to third. It's in and out of his glove. Gets off a throw, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out.
Catcher, Liam Hicks.
Here's another look with StatCast, Singy. The throw needed to be strong to beat the runner, and it was.
Yeah, that play was close, and I think we need to credit that 88-mile-per-hour throw as the difference maker right there. That's just impressive.
Now it's the Marlins catcher, Liam Hicks. First time up was a pop out.
Ball.
Man at second.
Ball
Nope,
out there on the mound.
ball.
He's got to go right after this hitter because you don't want to turn this lineup over. This is the guy that you've got to get that final out, get out of this inning.
That one at the knees for a strike. Signs of movement in the Giants bullpen. Ryan Barucki, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Foley, the right-hander, also getting loose. Off the mark there. And the count is 3-1. Kyle Stowers waits on deck for Miami. Man on second, 2 down. And ball
Take your
4,
base.
2 aboard.
Up next for the Marlins, left fielder Kyle Stowers.
This one in the air, right field. Lee on his way over. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Marlins 3 and the Giants 2. Back here at the ballpark,
Leading
let's check
off
out the
for
latest
the
news
Giants.
from around the league.
Third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Well, these
the
Giants
ball.
showing
Outside.
great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job
Ball.
of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
That misses.
That missed. That's
3
the ball.
balls, no strikes.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up
Take
to
your
do
base,
more
ball
damage
4.
later in this game.
That one misses,
next for the
so a leadoff walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter, but he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Right through there for a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
The 0-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
That one is absolutely belted. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
They're cooking with gas, Boo. 2 runners in scoring position with no outs and a great chance to keep doing damage with swings like the one we just saw for the automatic double. Looking to keep it going. Pass me that popcorn.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Miles Straw, the next Giant to hit. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. In the air, right field, Hernandez on the move towards foul ground, brings it in. Both runners tagging. Chapman scores, and they've tied it again.
Well, we got ourselves a new ball game. Nice job right there at the plate. Sacrifice fly, and he gets in the tying run.
Up next for the Giants, catcher Daniel Lisa.
Hit on the ground to short. Lopez tosses to first. They get the out, but the go-ahead run scores on the play.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Next is the designated hitter, Will Brennan. And there's a ball.
That's outside.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Kane Gibson preparing to come on if needed. Fauché getting loose as well. 2 down, nobody on. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We played 4. It's the Giants 4 and the Marlins 3. You're watching San Francisco Giants baseball on the show NorCal. New inning getting started, and now for the Marlins, Jacob Marcy.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. The 1-0.
Ball, that's in.
And a ground ball to first. Devers takes it himself. 1 away here in the 5th.
For the Marlins, right fielder Heriberto Hernandez.
Ball.
On the ground to third, Chapman. The throw to first, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th.
Up next for the Marlins, the designated hitter, Connor Norby.
Now here is Connor Norby. He's already homered here in this one.
That's a ball.
2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swings through that one for strike 2. There's a swing and a drive. That one's deep. That one's back. Out of here. A home run off the foul pole. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tie it up. It's 4-4.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. That'll do it for Robbie Ray. And he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for
Here's
the
a new
Giants,
pitcher from the pen,
number
Ryan
47,
Barucki. He's into the game with the bases empty. And there's the strike. Tied at 4. And that skips into dirt. Foul ball. Inside, just missed. And down on strikes he goes. Third out. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's Major League Baseball on the show. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the Giants leadoff hitter, Luis Arias.
Well, these Giants, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Right fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee.
Nope.
And
ball.
on the mound, they can't be feeling too comfortable either. With the way these guys are hitting the baseball, it makes it harder to come into the strike zone for fear of getting hit hard.
On the ground, could be 2. Here's Edwards for 1. Over to first, safe.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Go ahead run on base. Here's Rafael Devers. He's 2 for 2.
Ball.
1 away. Tie game. Go ahead run stands at first.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. 2-2. 1 away. Tie game. Go ahead run stands at first. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Just misses. Full count now. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. So the call stands. No challenges left for them now. Quick move to first, and he's back in there. Payoff pitch. Got him swinging for the strikeout.
Up next for the Giants, the shortstop, Willie Adames.
Check swing called strike. That's strike 1. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Ripped to short. Play made. That ends the inning. 1 left for San Francisco. Score remains tied at 4. here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game.
Now pitching for the
Pitching
Giants,
change here,
number
Jason
64,
Foley.
Jason Foley.
Xavier Edwards digs in now. 1 for 2. Bounced up the middle. Adames fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Up next for the Marlins, shortstop Otto Lopez.
Lifted in the air, right field. Lee takes it in for the out. And there are 2 down.
Up next for the Marlins, third
So up
baseman,
next, Jared Cerna. He's 0 for 1. Cerna with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies.
That's the
You know,
ball.
Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
Two down, nobody on. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Base knock, center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up
You'll
next
often hear
for
the phrase
Marlins,
short to it,
catcher,
long
Liam
through
Hitt.
it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
No, that's down. Ball. Ball.
Inside.
No, ball.
Ball 3.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Tied at 4. And that's in for a strike. Out towards right center field. Lee on the move to the alley. And that'll do it. Marlins leave 1. This game's all tied at 4.
Now pitching for Miami.
Back now for the bottom of the
Number
6th.
58,
And there's a new pitcher on the mound.
Cade
Cade Gibson.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Matt Chapman up to
Leading
the
off
plate now.
for the Giants, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Out to short. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Giants, center fielder, Harrison Bader.
Meanwhile, Activity in the bullpen. Anthony Bender getting loose out there. Nardi, a left-hander, also throwing. All tied up here in the bottom of the 6th.
Ball.
Way out front for strike 2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
What a stop to first, and they get the out.
Up next for the Giants, left fielder
Miles Straw, the next Giant to hit.
Ball.
He's
That's
just
the ball.
missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Ground ball up the middle. Nice grab. That's going to be a single. Great effort on defense, but no chance to get him at first.
Catcher Daniel Susak.
And that drops in for a strike. Strong off of first with 2 away. Step off throw to first.
Hey!
And he's back in easily. Foul ball there. Oh, 2 now.
No, that's it.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Just missed. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Outside low. Full count now.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And he walked him.
That's ball 4.
And he
Runner
did
takes the
more
base.
than just raise the pitch count in that long AB. The walk moves the go-ahead run into scoring position. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Cade Gibson out of the game, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for Miami.
Calvin Fauché
Number
comes on
53,
now.
Calvin Fauché.
First and second, 2 outs. Will Brennan will hit next. Checks his swing. Now would appeal to third. And yes, he did. He went around. 2 on 2 outs. And that one fouled off. On the ground to the left. And that is that. Through 6, all square, 4-4.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back.
Giants.
We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Sam Hentges.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Outside, ball.
Edge of the zone for a strike. And the count even at 1.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Hauls it in, 1 away. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. All tied up here in the top half of inning number 7.
That's a ball.
Hentges, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2014. Fastball almost got him there. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Heriberto Hernandez, the next up for the Marlins. Close,
Nope,
but called a
ball.
ball. And that is ball 1. Two down, nobody on. On the ground. It's through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive and puts the go-ahead run on base.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And next is the designated hitter, Connor Norby. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
In the dirt. Tied at 4. Out towards right center field. Lee on the move to the gap. And that is that. 1 left for Miami. Still all square at 4 apiece.
Now pitching for Miami.
We're back in a new pitcher
Number
here to start the
37,
bottom of the 7th. Anthony Bender.
Leading off for the Giants, second baseman, Luis Ariz.
Hard liner. Marcy flashes the leather on the run and catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Good piece of hitting right there. Nice hard line drive to the outfield. You're trying to get on base, represent that go-ahead run. Can't hang your head on that at all.
That's a strike, attacked with the sweeper. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
Ball.
Ground ball right side. Edwards gets it to first.
No!
Now 2 away.
Up next for the Giants, first baseman, Rafael
Devers up to hit. And a strike to Devers. Next offering is outside. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
Ball.
Sets him down on strikes. That was pretty nasty. It's the Marlins 4 and the Giants 4. Back here in San Francisco. And now for the Marlins, Griffin Conine. Late swing, foul to the left. Tied at 4. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. On the ground to third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first.
Hey.
Too late, and the runner is safe, and the misplay costs him.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line.
Runner takes off. Up the middle. Oh, he gloves it. Throw behind the runner. They've got him doubled off. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Sam Hentges is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
New
the
arm for the
Giants,
Giants,
number
Jose
70,
Butto.
Jose Butto.
And up next for Miami, Otto Lopez.
Hee-haw.
Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. That one gets down for a hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Up next for the Marlins.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
On the ground to the left. Should be extra bases. Lopez around third. The relay, the tag, and he's safe. And it's now 5-4.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Liam Hicks, the next up for the Marlins. A little bit low.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
One. Back and forth we go, a seesaw battle in the late stages of this one. In the air to left center, Adames should have this one, and that is that. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. It's now a 5-4 ball game. This is Giants baseball on the show NorCal. Back here at Oracle Park, here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Willie Adames.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
Just missed. Movement in the bullpen, Pete Fairbanks. The closer is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. Nardi getting cranked up as well. Looking to get the tying run on base. Towards first and foul ball. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first. Now he launches a throw over his head, and this ball is going to wind up out of play.
For the offense, that's basically as good as a leadoff double. You got a man in scoring position. Great chance to put something on the board right now, so we'll see how they approach it. On the mound, he's feeling some early pressure that he's got to try to work through.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. The Giants with the tying run at second here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Comes up empty.
Well, you can't expect to get a great pitch to hit with an open base and a runner on second. He's going to have to really tighten up his sights here, make sure that he can barrel up the ball.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
No, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Bader in the box now. Takes strike 1. So the tying run at second. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Swing, and he popped it up. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Giants, left fielder.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Anthony Bender done for the day, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for Miami.
So they turn to their closer, Pete Fairbanks.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
And fouled off. Adames at second with 2 down. Missed with a changeup, and it's a ball and a strike. Right through there for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Man at second. Outside low. And it's 2-2.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
The 2-2 now.
That's ball.
Just a slow ground ball this time. And it's just foul. That was close. Now he breaks his bat. Conine, the underhand flip, and he gets him. Nicely done. So the Giants leave one. Still down a run. It's 5-4. Back here in San Francisco, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
Ball, that's down. Nope, ball.
Ripped to first, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Hee-haw!
The 0-1.
Ball, that's up.
Up the middle. And that chance handled. Sends it to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the ninth. Running out of chances to pad the lead. Heriberto Hernandez, the next to hit.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the ninth, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That's out number 3. Nothing doing for the Marlins as they hold on to a 5-4 lead. Back here at Oracle Park. Now it's the Giants catcher, Daniel Susac.
It's so important to stay within yourself, especially for this hitter. Not known to be a power guy or a home run hitter. He needs to set the table by getting on with a walk or a base hit.
Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. Just off the outside edge. On the ground to third. Down the line, and it's foul. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Up next for the Giants, designated hitter, Will Brennan.
That misses the
ball.
zone. Ball one. And another
That's the
ball.
ball.
Here's a 2-0. And
That's the ball
downstairs,
down.
Luis Arias in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. The Marlins trying to close out a one-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Right through there for a strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Fought off foul. And a payoff pitch. Got him swinging for the K. Now only one out remaining.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So they're down to their final out. Now it's the Giants' leadoff hitter, Luis Arias. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to
That's the
prevent
ball.
extra bases. On the ground, right side. And that one handled. Throw to first is in time, and that'll do it. The Marlins hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
The first two games of this series really good, exchanged punch for punch, blow for blow, but tomorrow will be a big one, especially in a day game. There might be some shadows in the afternoon, so you really want to focus on scoring early and playing very good defense to prevent runs. We'll see who wins it tomorrow.